What's up, guys? So this video is about 4 things to expect when you finally make the decision to change your life, whether it be transforming yourself physically, losing weight, or mentally, or business-wise, or just an overhaul in your life. And then also, when is a good time to start that? So when is a good time to start? So we'll start with the 4 things you can expect. And this is, besides the normal things that everybody says, which is it's not going to be easy. You can't have excuses. It's going to be hard work. We all know that. Okay. And if you don't know that, you should, because those are the basics. Like, you have to be prepared to work your ass off, not let any excuses get in the way, and know that it's not going to be easy. Nothing that's worth doing is easy, and that's why it's worth doing. Because if it was easy, like they say, everybody would do it, and that's the truth. So, number one is people are going to question you. They're going to try to stop you from doing it. They may try to drag you down. Some people are going to support you, but they're not really going to want you to change. And then there's going to be people that are going to half-hearted. They want you to do it, but they don't really think you're going to do it. And that's probably because you've said in the past that you're going to do it, and you didn't follow through, and you had excuses, and you made up reasons why not, and you haven't done it before. Or perhaps, they don't want you to change because they like you the way you are, and they're worried about losing you. That if you change, you're going to be a different person, and you might not be in their life. And you know what? The fact is that may be true. And ultimately, you're going to have less time for them. So you should be prepared for that, and that's okay. I mean, you're working on yourself, and that should be number one, because you can't be there really for other people unless you're there for yourself first. And I've learned that big time with my son, number one, most of all. When I did my transformation, there was a lot of people that got upset, and some people are still upset. But that's okay. There's a lot of people that have come out and are extremely happy. And you know what? The number one thing is I'm happy. My son's happy. We're both doing better and living better lives. So regardless, that's the number one thing. Another thing to realize is that every part of your life will change. If you really do this, even if you just change your diet, the whole entirety of your life is going to be different. Because unless you're doing like a diet, like I don't like diets. Diets have end dates. If you're changing, change is forever. You don't change temporarily if you want it to stick, if you really want it. You change for the long haul. And you need to realize that your life's not going to be the same. And that's okay. Okay, that's a good thing, because you're not happy with it the way it is now. You're not happy with who you are now. You may be okay with it, but you're not happy with it, and you're trying to get happier with, and being better with your life. Number 3 is, you're going to obviously gain confidence and self-esteem. And with that, people are going to notice those differences in you. And they may say good things and they may say bad things about it. But that's all right. The other thing is too, people are going to treat you differently. Partly because that's the way our society is set up, especially if you lose weight and stuff. They tend to cater and are nicer to better looking people. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. And we have a stigma that for some reason in shape is better, but it's not. It's being happier. I believe that's mostly because you will have a different presence about you, and that's what is going to attract the people to you. you're going to feel better about yourself. So that's going to exude. It's going to be like a glow around you that's going to attract other people to you. And lastly, number 4 is expected opportunities are going to pop up. You're going to get a lot of new opportunities coming into your life, small, big, you name it. Doesn't mean to look for them. Just know that you're going to have other things come into your life that are going to be new, and be aware that when they show up, to grab them. Those are 4 basic things that I've noticed in my life since I've changed things around and gotten happier. When is a good time to do it? Me and my buddy used to talk about this all the time. Unfortunately, I just was at his memorial on Sunday. He died. He got cancer, and he couldn't be here. This is our dream. This is our thing that we wanted to do, and we put it off even doing these YouTube channels because we had to have everything perfect and this and that. But the answer is right now. The number one thing, and you're going to think this is cliche and that everybody says it, that we don't have is time. Every breath we take, we're closer to death. And that could come tonight, that could come tomorrow, that could come 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. We don't know. So why would you risk being happy on waiting? Start now. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. But start. Put a plan together. Write something down. That's a start. You can start right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Figure out what you want to change. Write it down and come up with a plan right now. And then tomorrow, take one step towards it. And the next day, take another step. And just take baby steps, and then eventually, over that compounded time of little tiny steps towards your happiness, you're going to grow insanely. And the next thing you know, you're going to look back and your whole life's going to change, and you're going to be happy with yourself. And there's going to be a whole new life for you. So don't wait. Okay, it's not guaranteed. Mine's not guaranteed. I could get hit by a car. I could get cancer. I could get sick. I could get electrocuted at work. I'm an electrician besides doing bodybuilding. I'm 43. We have heart disease in my family. I could have a heart attack. I've done damage to my body with addiction and alcohol and all kinds of things. It's not time to wait. Your happiness is not, something that you should wait on. Take the steps now, even just the littlest ones. And you know what? I promise you this. If you take even the slightest step, you're going to feel better about it. And when you start doubting yourself and saying, oh, it's not worth it, fucking stick with it. And the more you fight through those moments, the easier they get and the better you feel. So anyway, I hope this helps you. These are things that I personally have dealt with and that I've personally gone through and that I personally know for a fact happen, will happen, can happen. I wouldn't say it otherwise. I'm not making this shit up. All the things you hear from motivational people, all the stuff you see on TV, it's all real if you implement it. It only doesn't work if you don't try. And the only time you fail is when you stop trying. Okay? You may slip, you may make mistakes, you may whatever, but you don't fucking truly fail at anything until you give up and you stop trying. So don't do that to yourself. Get out there, make a difference for yourself, and then naturally other people will be affected too. But you owe it to yourself, so it's worth it. You're worth it. I'm worth it. Let's just get better.